Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. So I wanted to jump on the trend that everyone's doing, which is creating an eco house for the new expansion pack, Eco Lifestyle. And I'm not gonna lie, this build was a struggle. It took me about 2 weeks to do, mainly because I do not know what eco house is supposed to look like. I googled it and they just look like modern houses with green roofs. So when I'm building, I like to have a clear idea in my head of what the build's going to look like at the end and the style it's going to have. But because I have no idea about eco houses, it was just a huge struggle. And at first I go with one style, and then I end up changing it, and you'll see that in the video. And I have a love-hate relationship with this build, honestly. Now you will be able to see that at the beginning of this build, I do some very questionable stuff, like the placement of the windows, the doors and the windows that I choose. As you can see, yeah, I don't know why I did that, which is something that I asked myself a lot when I was rewatching this build, but bear with me because I do change them and I think the end result looks really nice. So if you're wondering what makes this house an eco house, well, it has green roofs, an electric car, a single solar panel. Actually, no, I think it has two. I put two in the end. 2 solar panels, some bikes, and a lot of plants. And right at the end, I actually placed 2 windmills that I had never seen before in the game. I was in the debug menu, and all of a sudden these objects were coming up as new from Discover University, and I had never seen them, not even in the debug menu. And they had these windmills and I was like, oh great, I could really use them. So I do put them in the end. So that's what makes this house green. So it was hard to build an eco house without the eco pack, but I think I did alright. It is a very modern / minimalist. I'm not sure if it's that minimalist, but it's very modern build. And as you can see, I placed this thing there. I don't know why I placed it there. I put it on the other side of the build in a bit. So once again, why did I do that? I don't know. But yeah, I am so excited for the new pack coming out. I was one of those people where I didn't know what to think when the trailer came out. I was a bit, just the theme of the pack isn't something that's really my cup of tea. And then the trailer came out and everyone, there was that huge reaction from the Sims community towards the trailer. And I kept seeing that the singers were like, oh, just wait until the live stream, and and so I thought there's obviously something that they're not telling us. So I'm just gonna wait until the live stream, and then the live stream came along and everyone was shocked. And I mean, just look at that placement of the windows. Why did I do that? But anyway, yeah, the live stream. I think I'm more excited about the base game update that's coming more than the pack, just because we can now freely place windows and doors. They're not snapped to the grid, which is amazing. I honestly thought that was something that we were never going to get in the game. I just thought that it wasn't possible. So I'm really, really happy that we're getting that. I mean, the build and buy mode in The Sims 4 is just superior to any of the other games. And now that we can freely place doors and windows, that's just amazing. Like, generally, I'm freaked out when I saw that. Another thing we're getting is firefighters, which a lot of people are really excited for. I'm just glad that now we don't have to depend on our Sims for putting out the fires, since your Sim starting fire is it's inevitable. It's something that happens in your game, especially if it's the first time that they're cooking something and you decide to cook like a mac and cheese and not the garden salad, your house will set on fire. Like a lot of people, I hope that in the future we get burglars back in the game, even though I actually hated them so much in The Sims 3 because they were so creepy. I had this bug as well where the music would play when, when the burglar would arrive, but there was no burglar. So I'd just be looking around and I was like, oh my god, where are they? and no one would show up, but the music would just play. And that, in my opinion, was just so much creepier than the burglar actually being there. Okay, so here I started building an infinity pool because I tried to do it and failed miserably. So I went onto YouTube and I watched Kate Emerald's tutorial on how to build infinity pools, even though they're not technically infinity pools because they can't touch. But yeah, this took me about almost an hour when I built this, and here it takes me obviously not that long, but the Kate Emerald's channel in general is amazing. She has a lot of tutorials and she's just one of those builders that builds things that you did not know you could do in the game. Like, I did not know we could build infinity pools, for example. So she's absolutely amazing. I will leave her channel in the description below, and probably one of the reasons why this house is quite expensive. I think it's like 300,000 or 500,000. I can't remember. Between those prices is because those blocks that I'm placing, each one is 1,000 simoleons. So that could be one of the reasons why the house is quite pricey. But then again, it is a luxurious house, so it's not going to be cheap. This is for your rich Sims. The house itself has 3 bedrooms, technically 4, but I made it into an office. And so you can fit a family in there, although the bedrooms are quite small, except the teen room. The teen room is the biggest room, but he's not got an ensuite because basically there's one room that's going to have an ensuite, and it didn't make sense for me for the parents not to have one, but one of the kids to have one. So that's why their room's quite small, but they have an ensuite. But I mean, parents, they always have like a very boring, small, well, they're usually the biggest room for some reason, even though it's the room that has less stuff in it. So obviously as a kid you get a lot of stuff, but you got the smallest room. But anyways, as you can see, the infinity pool is starting to come together. I really struggled because I had no idea what I was going to put on the whole platform things, but I ended up putting a bar at the bottom bit, and then at the top bit that I haven't built yet, I put some sunbeds and a hot tub, so very, very luxurious. And yeah, I think this build, I've never built anything like this. Honestly, I've done modern before, but never this style. So I'm quite happy with how it turned out. Like I said, I have a love-hate relationship with this build because it took me so long and I kept going back to it and I didn't know what I was doing with it. So I'm looking at it and it's like, I hate you because you took so long and you caused me a lot of stress, but I love you because you look nice. But anyways, I did a lot of glass roofing on this build. I actually followed a tutorial from someone else. I can't remember her name, but I don't end up using it in the build. It was to basically put, what are they called? Like the little windows in the roof that you see, that sunroofs? No. Well, you know what I mean, like the little windows. You see that a lot of houses have them, and I tried to follow that tutorial and I failed miserably, so that's why I did not end up using it, and I just cut it out of the video because I just leave the roof how it is now. So I mean, I don't think it really suited the build anyway. I think it suits other houses, but if you do it well, it will definitely look really nice. But it's actually quite tricky. So here I am building the top part, and I was using different bunch of platforms, so the stairs would glitch on me a lot. But I've never done anything like this before, so it probably doesn't look that great. Hopefully it doesn't look that bad. I think it looks, I mean, if you had that in your back garden, then, you know, that would be super cool. But yeah, I mean, if you live in a house that looks like this or has like an infinity pool and a bar and hot tub, then, you know, if you want to be friends, then that's fine, you know, I would love to be friends. But this house has a lot of windows. All the bedrooms have a lot of windows, and even though you see a lot of houses, modern houses especially, they have a lot of windows in real life, I don't think I would like it. I mentioned this in another build that had a lot of windows. I would just feel like I had no privacy and like someone was always watching me and that they could see what I was doing, and I wouldn't like it. I assume that a lot of them have the glass that you can see out but someone can't see in. It's like a reflection, I suppose. But I would still feel really creeped out living in a house, especially having a bedroom that had so many windows. It would just, I don't know, I just think it's really creepy. I mean, my bedroom has one window and it is quite big, and before my bed was placed directly in front of it, and I would just feel so uncomfortable all the time whenever I was on my bed because I just felt like someone could just watch me. But now it's placed differently, so thankfully no one, if anyone, I don't think anyone could see me anyway. But so here I was just putting plants on the roof, but I ended up getting rid of them because they looked really weird. And something that I do a lot, I get rid of stuff because they just don't turn out how I thought they would. I mean, there are so many times where I place things and my brain's telling me in the moment, it's like, why are you even bother placing that? You know it's not going to look good. And I just place it anyway, and then I'm just kind of looking at different angles, like, I'm just like, no, actually it doesn't look good. It's like, why did I even bother to place it if I knew that it just wasn't going to look good anyway? But here I am, I finally found that solar panel, which I thought I was going mad because I couldn't find it, because I remember seeing it one time in my game when I was just scrolling through the debug menu and I was like, oh my god, we got solar panel, that's awesome. And I thought it came with get-togethers once we get a lot of stuff that looks like that in the pack in the debug menu, and I remember looking at all the get-together stuff and I couldn't find it, and then I saw other people use it in their builds, so I'm like, I wonder if it's custom content. And then I can't remember, I don't think I was looking for anything in particular, I just scrolled down the debug menu and it's like right at the bottom and it comes with Get Famous of all packs. So if you're looking for that, that's where it is, right at the bottom of the debug menu, and it comes with Get Famous. So here I am, I like putting terrain paint the side of the fences and the walls because I think it makes it look a bit more realistic, definitely a bit more lived in. Well, not lived in, it looks like something you would see in real life, so that's why I like doing that a lot. It's definitely a game changer, I think, terrain paint. I never used to use it before and now I use it all the time. I just think landscaping and terrain painting, it can definitely make or break the outside of a build, and once you kind of learn how to do them, they can really make a difference. So it's definitely my favorite part of the build, the landscaping. I just love plants and flowers and just decorating the outside of the build. I just don't really enjoy decorating the interior that much. I'd much prefer just do the outside. Here I am trying to just place all these plants on those sliders things, and I placed these flowers that I think look super nice, but this is when I was asking myself, do flowers count as eco house? I mean, I'm sure they do, but I don't think they suited the style of the build, so I ended up getting rid of them, but I think it would look absolutely beautiful on a Mediterranean style build, because a lot of Mediterranean houses and buildings do have the whole, wall of flowers that look really nice, especially if you go to here in Spain to like a very old restaurant that's in like a really old building. They always have like all these flowers and plants coming off the wall and they look really nice. But yeah, I ended up deleting them, like I said, because I thought that they didn't go with the vibe, and I think it was just too much having the plants on both sides of the build, so only the front bit has the plants, and I ended up getting rid of them and it's just the sliders on their own. Here you can see me struggle trying to place that planter pot on the side of the thing because it kept clipping to the wall, so I just gave up and didn't place one. I didn't really know what to put in the back garden, so I just put some benches because why not, and that umbrella that I never use, I always use the other one that I place first. And now I'm just starting with the kitchen. Once again, It looks very questionable at first, but bear with me, I do change it. And I love the jungle adventure counters. Jungle adventure is just the pack to get. It just comes with so many amazing build and buy items, and I love it so much. It's definitely, I think it's probably my favourite game pack, and I've actually not even played the In Dorada yet. There's just so much things that I have not done in The Sims because I just start building and I never play the actual game, which I definitely should start doing. Here I placed that plant that I think looks super cute, because what annoys me in The Sims is that we have so many plants, but a lot of them are really big, and I always end up just using the same big plants, like the one from Dine Out and the one from Get to Work. But we really do with more smaller or medium-sized plants that we can put on top of counters, and that would be nice. So hopefully, I think in Eco Lifestyle we're getting a bunch of plants, which makes sense. So hopefully we get some with that pack. Which who else keeps calling it Eco Living? I think I've gotten used to Eco Lifestyle now, but before I thought when it came out that it was Eco Living until someone said that it was Eco Lifestyle, and I was like, why? As you can see, more questionable stuff. Why did I think that looked good? But I ended up changing where that chair, the table and chair are, because it's really sad because it's just in a corner. So I put it in front of the window, so at least it's not the dining room or the dining area. I just thought a few Sims are just having a coffee, they just sit there and they can just look out the window at the view. I changed a lot where this is in the end because there was just one tree that was at the front, which made it really annoying to take pictures of the build because it would just get in the way all the time. And I don't think this build really belongs in Newcrest, which is where it was placed. I'd say it's somewhere like Dorada, but it didn't fit there. I did try, but there isn't really, until we get the new world, Evergreen Harbour, I think it'll look more in place there. And then his living room, which is a bit green, it's got the green sofas in that, and I never use green ever. But I like how it looked in this build. I don't think it looks out of place. The living room is quite minimalistic, it's not got a lot in it, which I actually like how that looks in the end, but I do put a lot of plants in there since it's eco house, and therefore I just assumed that I had a lot of plants. And that's the dining area. Since this build, it looks really big, but it's actually not that big. Like I said, the bedrooms are quite small, and the living room and the dining area are one room. So it's not exactly a mansion, it's just, it's a big house, I guess, but not a mansion, definitely not a mansion. And it only has 2 bathrooms. And you could fit another one. I just put a closet in one of the bedrooms because I never use them. So you could actually put a bathroom in there. I actually really love the wallpapers and the flooring in this build. It's something that I really love for my house to have in real life. Just the white brick and the wooden floors. Once again, the wooden floors are from Jungle Adventure, best game pack ever. And I actually really like that bathroom. It's really simple yet modern. And so that's the upstairs. The house is quite small because there's only one. There's 3 parts of the build and only one of them has an upstairs. So this is where the other 2 bedrooms are. There's the master bedroom that has the ensuite, and then the other kid's bedroom that has a closet that could be a bathroom. It would just be a small one without a shower and that. Here I am just doing the master bathroom, which again, very modern, very simple, but very nice. I think it looks very modern, very classy, and just putting a lot of plants everywhere, just cluttering up the house with plants, as you do. It's just an inside joke of the Sims community, just putting plants everywhere. And like I said, I actually really like this room. I think it's very minimalist, it's very cute, very green compared to any of my other builds. So yeah. So the one thing that I'm looking forward to the most for the new pack, and once again, questionable wallpaper that ends up going back and changing. But yeah, the thing that I'm looking forward to the most in the new expansion pack is a lot of people actually want to live in the very grungy world, a lot of smog, and I actually want to live in the more clean, modern world. I love the aspect that they brought into the game of the apartments, how they change, or how they can change. And when they changed it in the live stream, and they start to look more modern, I thought they looked so nice. And I just generally cannot wait to live and build in those apartments. They look so cute, and just the build and buy objects. One thing that I did not understand about the trailer, when I watched the live stream and they showing off the creator sim, there were so many nice creator sim items. The hairs, the outfit, all of them were so cute, but in the trailer they just showed off like the worst ones. I remember being really disappointed when I saw the trailer and saw that there weren't really any hairs that I liked. There was two that I thought were cute, and then the clothes looked a bit just not my style. And then on the live stream they showed off all these outfits and hairs, and they just looked amazing. It's like, why did he not put that in the trailer? Same thing with the build and buy items. Like, I don't know. Still not sure why they decided to go that way with the trailer, because most people weren't convinced about the game until the live stream. So I think with the trailer they could have improved it a little bit. I also don't like the whole voiceover aspect of the trailers. It makes it look like a kid's game, and I don't like how it seems that they're targeting kids now, because I think a lot of us started playing The Sims when we were kids, but the Sims games were always rated teens. Sims 4 is the only one that's rated PG, and I don't know. I just wish that they changed that. And here I am. Basically, I put the kids' bedroom downstairs, which was the office area. So I'm just putting it upstairs because I forgot that I had that closet there. And then that room was meant to be a bedroom, and the one downstairs was meant to be an office. Because it would be a bit weird since the kid would have that massive glass roof. I just thought it looked out of place, so I'm just moving all the furniture from downstairs to the upstairs. Poor kid has a tiny room. Like you said, you live in that really nice house, and yet you have the smallest bedroom ever. I think it's small because there's that door on that side of the wall, but she has her own terrace, and I do put a dollhouse there, so she's got something going for her. And then I'm just making this downstairs room the office, just placing them bookshelves together, and they were doing that weird shading glitch that happens when you put things too close together. And then as usual, just cluttering it up. So I saw someone ask something on Twitter. It was a survey asking people what kind of builds they're going to be making with eco lifestyle, and the most voted was actually container homes, which I think are cool, and I'm really looking forward to hopefully making one. But I'm definitely more excited to make more of the eco modern houses like most people have been doing now, more than the container homes. I don't know why. I don't see my Sims living in a container home, honestly, even though, like I said, I don't play the actual game, but something about the eco-modern houses just look nicer to me. So this is the master bedroom. Like I said, it's definitely the most boring one out of them all. Most best master bedrooms are, but they've got the view of the infinity pool and the garden, which I thought was better than the view at the front of the house, which is just the street. And they've also got their own bathroom. So here, I don't know what happened to the footage of me building like the bar area and the lounge area, but I basically lost it, so sorry about that. But here I am just doing landscaping, my favorite part, and I decided to move the solar panels to the roof, and here I am struggling to find it and struggling to place it because they're very odd to place. Also, when I was building, I had that glitch. You see how it was telling me that the roof, that floor thing, didn't exist, so I couldn't delete it. But then when you look at it from certain angles, it would disappear, and then from other angles it was there. But then when I changed it to another lot and a different save, the glitch stopped. So I never actually had that happen before, and it was quite annoying. Here I am just placing them glass roof things. That was a pain to place. And here I am when I found the women. Like I said, all those items were coming up as new, and I've had Discovery University since it came out, and I have never seen them, and I don't know why they're coming up as new. I have no idea where they are, honestly, because I've never seen them, and I've never seen them since. So I guess it was just sheer luck that I managed to find them. I also found these things, no idea what they are, just thought that they went with the theme, so I decided to place them on the other roof and just move the glass things that I had no idea that we had. I think Plumbella used them, and they come with Island Living, and I didn't see them, and I've never used them before. So okay, so we're near the end of this video, so I hope you guys really enjoyed this build. Like I said, I struggled so much with this build, so I really hope you do like it, and hopefully I will see you in the next video. Till then, bye guys.